Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever wherever you. Welcome back to the beta plan as we return to the darkest dungeon in the Manor of Madness estate. As you can see, the busts and crusts have gone down completely. Yes, I could trade up even more, but I've decided to, well, as you can see, expand the Abbey. Now we will always have at least a place for stress relief, and then I think the Abbey is finished. And that is already quite a bit of a... Ooh. The remaining crusts I actually put into the survivalist, because, well, it is quite expensive to learn something there. And for the moment, it is put in there. Is that good? I don't think so, but we'll have to hope that, well, we get some portraits and some deeds. We require those for upgrades, and still, even after spending all those crests, well, okay, we missed 2, but that is just not a problem. It's about the deeds, or it's about the portraits, because I think the guild and the blacksmith, personally, these are the most important buildings. Sanitarium, very handy, don't get me wrong, but, and of course, you need some stress relief. I would like to increase the tavern as well, but once again, this costs portraits, and I want to put the portraits into the guild, so... Voila. So... for this week, doom is lurking above our head, the dark is rising, and thus I have created a team that has quite a bit of stressing on it. Dead Puddle and Oomph are going out, with Inspiring Cry and with, of course, the Inspiring Tune. This is... we are going in for some deeds, and for a Hellion Trinket. Perhaps the game then understands that we want a Hellion and we want a Vestal. We more want a Vestal than we want a Hellion, but still, we're going into not a very long mission. We are making sure that we have a team that can handle it, and I'm actually putting the man with no name in the 4th spot. And therefore I bought him some flashbang and I put hook and slice on him. I haven't increased these anything, because the stun chance of 125% is already really amazing, and it doesn't do damage at all. More or less, this guy has some bleed skills, and he has some movement and stun skills. More or less, he's not for the damage there. He is for crowd control there. We, again, have very little heals, because we have no healer, blah 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 blah. But we will have, of course, Oomph, that has a battle heal. It's not good, but it is something. Turgon here is going to focus also on open vein bleed, and we have the bleed skills of Dead Puddle, who is going to focus, of course, and on stress and on the bleed skills. Because we're going into the Warrens, fight ourselves some bees, and they are not as good against bleed as they are against blight, which is exactly the reverse of the Cove, and where in the ruins they are immune, more or less, to bleed. They are immune in the wield towards blight. So that's more or less how the topsy-turvy table goes. Let us go into the Warrens, and yeah, this trinket, yeah, he's not bad, but I've seen better, because you don't want to get stunned. Alright, trinket time. First let's do the Jester, because he's pretty easy. He will get the lucky dice, and he will get the bleed dice, actually, because we're going into a place where most of the things are blind stuff. Alright, so we are going actually in with 2 dices. I know, it's weird. On the other hand, we could also go with the camouflage cloak. Yeah, I actually like that better now that I realize that. That is such an increased amount of dodge that will make it hard to hit him. And I like that. Now that we have the crescendo box again, it's immediately going to see some use. I'm not going to, and I'm going to give him the bleed amulet, because once again, well, the dodge is a bit of annoying, but we are focusing on bleeding people out. I have some extra damage and speed. Yeah, Junior's head doesn't matter. I'm gonna do that. Get some extra HP, some extra stun. No, because you're mainly gonna be focusing on healing and on things that you have Suphobia is kind of bad in here. You know what? Take the Book of Sanity, and you get less stress, and then you compensate for it. All right, and then the final man in the thing. Also take a bleed amulet, as you only have a bleed skill more or less in the back there, and you have a stun ability I know. But that's below torchlight, and we're taking something that needs high torchlight, so I'm not going to increase that. We could put in the dodge stone, and he's just a little bit slower. Yeah, but he's in the back. I don't expect him to be targeted that much. A movable helmet? Yeah. That's stun resistance. I rather would have stun chance. The stun stone, yeah. That makes his dodge really low though. Minus 20% chance the party surprised. Yeah, but I rather I would have that we had some extra scout. Darn it. Let's do it like this. Alright, and this is a medium mission as far as I know. Alright, we have no healers, so that means again we're going crazy on the food. But we have money. We have money. And we need to anti-blight. We need torches, of course. We actually have an ability to create torchlight in Inspiring Cry. So let's not go crazy on that. Herbs for food creation, because you have that in here. 2 bandages, because you can have some curios that can use bandages as well. So it should probably not be a waste. And 2 keys. Oh, and shovels. Let's not forget shovels. Like this. That seems a good amount. Let's embark. Again, no healer, but as soon as if I get 2 vessels, I will take the both of them. Trust me, I will. I will put one as a damage one and one as a healer in a team together in order to power level them. I'm not gonna power level them. I'm going to level them like crazy, because power leveling is.
They breed quickly down there in the dark, but perhaps we can slay them even faster.
But power leveling is, well, when you bring a low person into a tough engine. This layout is not entirely as we wanted. Yeah, we can take that already. Alright. We have some stress heals. Unremarkable. Alright. Nope, we'll keep the light high above 75% because that is good for the dodge chance of the Jester. No scout, that's unfortunate. That means we have to go down this whole hallway. We haven't seen these guys yet, have we? Drums of debilitation marked and dodge chance lowered.
Another one falls.
Well, we'll just kill him immediately. Ah, darn it, still a munch. Ooh, resisted that. That is very good. Slice off his arm. His drumming hand will no longer be required. Even more bleed. Smite this creature. How much bleed? How much do you need more? You need a little bit more bleed. Well, we can. Oh, we can't provide that, but we can lunge at you. Oh well, never you mind. That was good. And the extra food.
Victories mount. So too will resistance.
Actually, we are on the right following right party order.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Thanks to that lunch. Ooh, this is the one that I think you need the herbs for. Probably get rid of the... Actually, why not cost 2 bleeds at the same time? We could also battle here, but no. But that's not double. What am I saying? This is harvest. 110% chance to bleed. What is actually... What is the advantage of harvest versus slice off? This does less damage than slice off. Slice off has a higher crit. What? Harvest used to doubly hit. Used to be... It also says here, like, Shit hits 2 and 3. Did he dodge? I almost looked at back in the recording. I thought that hit 2 people at the same time. Oh, that's really annoying. 1 HP. A good flashback. We can't even do come hitter. Bleed him even more. And then if you could just kill him.
As the fiend falls,
I am going to do that.
blossoms.
I'm glad that we can now get the chance. Ooh, no disease, please. Thank you. Oh, he has just a chance to get off an ability. And a rent for the old gods. At least they are spreading their damage quite nicely. Thank you. Bleed is annoying, but yeah, Harvest. Here it says even that he must have dodged it. I must just have missed the fact that they dodged it. I could lower our stress a little bit, but I think that might not be worthwhile. Battle, please. Start the bleed again.
Great is the weapon that
Because what they can do, we can do as well. And there he is. Oh, vomp. Ooh, nice. Actually, flashbanging him. Stun him. Prevent that attack. Unfortunately, he will not die. Well,
continually
he would not die from the bleed, so we have to do it this way.
them all.
But perhaps we can. Yes, we can.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
There we go. And again, we get crests.
Remind yourself.
I
of your
am
confidence
cursed to only find
and
crests.
insidious killer.
But we have a ton of food in order to heal ourselves from any unpleasantness. Or because we have extremely early activations of food.
My
Dag nabbit, and that's...
steps are the exception and not the rule. Packs laden with loot.
protection
Often
stone.
low on supplies.
That's not too bad for a lowly trinket. By the way. Oh, that's too bad. We went all the way up here for nothing. Well, that's not true because we had a room battle here, so just this one ant corridor was not needed. How many torches? I think we may have trouble with traveling at a certain point in very low light. Which will increase our stretch, which... Stretch? No, we do not get any... have any extra reach or... all of a sudden gain a few centimeters in length because of the darkness. Now, it will increase our stress, and thus we need to be careful of it because of the virtue chance. We still don't get any freaking scout. Well, at least we dodged that one trap. Well, and we find a torch. We can use that. We find another torch. I find that almost
Finding the stuff
pleasant.
is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
No fight here. We got 2 torches out of it, so the quarter wasn't useless, and that's yet another food activation. These guys are hungry. Guys, you need that food in order to heal some wounds should you take them. Let's try it. Tug on no fear. Beast Slayer. Nice. And there is another little group. Six to half us would hit both of them. Come on! There we go. Both of them hit. Both bleedings. And a crit for some reason, despite that not having additional crit chance. Nice dodge. And that means you're pretty much dead.
Obliterated.
Oh. He took revenge for his buddy. Stressful incantation. Oh, we laugh at your stressful incantation. Actually, that's quite a bit of stress. I have to admit. How much bleed is this? You will not die from it, except that we add some to it, and we will. So, we win. And stun. Because we have more than one stun in this team. And bleed you. Oh, too hard a hit. We were not ready yet. I wanted to stress heal. I wanted to bring some light with Inspire.
So clearly and
Oh well.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Ooh. We need some speed. Oh, I didn't. Dang.
Decimated.
Well, at least Repose also got ourselves a kill. Drums of Doom.
Destroyed.
Oh my Turgon, you beautiful man, you. Butcher's Cut. Alright, another bleed. And in that case, we will stun this guy. And we will stun this guy. And we will shoot this guy. He will be dead next turn, but we need to start doing the stress heals. Stress heal time. And actually, how much stun resistance do you... We actually have more than a 50-50 chance to stun him again. Let's do that. Yep, managed. This is awesome. This is freaking awesome. And you know what we need? Well, we don't need that much torchlight actually. We just lit ourselves. Oh, I hit the wrong ability because the other Crusader, it's just that way.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
I really need to be careful more with that. Well, we won't be able to. Oh, that doesn't work. Do you have any protections at all? Yeah, you do. 25%. In that case, lower them. Who has the most stress? 7, 11, 15, you yourself. Get rid of a dead bottle. You are not a character to have stress. Your nephew would not agree with it. Nice dodge.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Full light.
And purpose is made clear.
And we can't reach there, so I guess we'll just have to get rid of the corpse. Ooh. Ooh. Bad one to choose because we have the camouflage cloak and we have full light we just heard, thanks to a wonderful narrator. It's actually not that worth to... Actually, he doesn't have that much hit points. Yeah, it is worth it. He has actually less stress than I can heal with one stress heal, so that's why I said, like, it isn't really that useful. Mark him again. Does that stack? Don't know. Actually, his fear of beasts is kind of bad for our person over here, but there we go with a stun. And now he is up in the front, and we should be able to quite easily kill him.
Abomination cleansed from our lands.
We want that portrait. We also like the money. Protection stone is worth more, though. Well, do it like this. And the body has to be shoveled. And we have 2 keys, so at least 1 key can go in here. That was a very well spent key. That was not nice. How much do you guys eat? Seriously. This needs a bandage, normally. Well, we'll do it without a bandage. Nothing useful. Too bad. There we go. Empty room. Scout? Still not the scout. Alright. Holy heck. Well, I'm glad we have the dodge chance so high on Dead Puddle. We need herbs for this one. That's a nice little bit of damage buff. Alright, and a damage buff we can use. Harvest.
A powerful blow.
And... Ooh. Nearly, but not... Just not good enough. Add that bleed. Won't kill him, but we... Not stunning blow. We can't kill this dude, so let's get rid of the big guy. That's fine. Well, I would prefer a dodge in the end, but... Nice, like that. Yeah, well demonstrated. Death Puddle. That's not the worst he can do. I would have found his stress attack more annoying if he would have done that one. Not a vomit. Please no disease. Nope. At least not now. At the end of the dungeon, that's still quite possible. You are going to bleed to death in the next turn.
Back to the pit.
You say you never miss? I believe that is a lie, Turgon, but you know what? We'll not tell the enemy. Nice little bit of stress relief. And stun this guy. It's impossible not for him to get stunned. Some storage lights, some stress relief. All good. Kill. Not. Seriously? Oh, well, he will be dead next turn, so... On his move, he will be dead. There we go.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
We will take that. Do we have a... We finally have a scout. So we know we don't need any shovels. Good to know. That's why I like scouts.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
We found so much food in this dungeon that we actually didn't even need all those extra stacks. We might have another one that can camp until the end, because we have a buff until camp, so I kind of don't want to camp out yet. And we are feeling good. We have a ton of health. We have a ton of stuff. It's fun. Oh, get rid of a negative quirk. Yes, please. Claustrophobia, nervous. You have a lot of stress of your own. That's fine. Bloodthirsty. Let's get rid of a negative quirk here. Float release. Will only be flagellant. Well, we upgraded the abbey, so that will be no problem. We have 2 places in the place for flagellant. Zoophobia is bad, but the other ones aren't that bad. Tense stress. Nervous. I don't like nervous that much. Float release also is kind of unfortunate. Claustrophobia, nervous, 10%. Dineural is really not a problem. -2 speed of torch below 26. Okay, so we never try to get that done. Nocturnal. Yeah, if above 2075. Well, that's too bad. It's too bad, but it doesn't matter. Bloodthirst doesn't matter. Egomania doesn't matter to me. Zoophobia is a little annoying. Let's try to get rid of float release. That was not what I wanted to get rid of, but alright. Wow, even more food if we had another thing. We don't. Well, let's just look at it. Dinner card. Violently ill. Well, we would have had something, I guess, that we didn't increase the torchlight. My mistake. Don't get diseased. Tapeworm. Well, that is about the least troublesome disease in this place right now. 100% food consumption. But we have tons of food. It's not practical, and if the place becomes free, I will definitely take care of it. But for now, it's a minor thing. It's for this dungeon, it really is no problem.
Executed with impunity.
23 damage without even having a crit. Yoza. You will be stunned, dude. That's just too much stun chance on that thing. Oh, I can't reach. That's annoying. I'll create some torchlight. And the last little bit of fuel that we missed. Ah, that's unfortunate. But, a slice off, you will be dead. And we're going to take a chance. We'll probably not get the stun. But there was a chance that we actually might be able to do it. Nice dodge. Even despite the fact that we don't have the proper cloak. What have you done? Stun you again. Don't know why actually. Well, actually because he won't act. That is quite good.
Annihilated.
Good crit. I'll take that.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They
Look
can
at
be
how much
beaten.
food we have. And these guys have eaten and eaten and eaten. And still we more than enough. Light a torch. Light one more torch then. And let's go into this fight. And then, in principle, the dungeon is finished, but I have the feeling I'm gonna... Oh, I don't have a feeling. I know I'm going to continue on a little bit more with this dungeon. Ooh. And he resists the disease as well. Turgon, you are a beauty. We don't want to bleed. Just get rid of that bleed. And with him on the other spot, I also think that's better, but I don't think it will matter too much. Because he can still do, I think, Rent for the Old Gods, despite the fact that he's not in the... Despite the fact that he's in the first position. Kaboom. Stun in for the next round. Kill this dude. 42 damage. Turgon, the fact with this extra damage buff, you are a nightmare for the enemy. Holy hell, you are deadly. It has no use to do that. But you have 15% protections. Now you only have 3%. No, that's a stunning blow. Don't do that again. I really need to see if I can switch these skills around. Bye-bye. I'll take that. A herb.
Victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Alright. No. We will continue adventuring. Thank you. No, I also don't want that. How do I change this around? Because Stunning Blow here it's the third ability. If I did this, right? Smite is now in that position. Here, now Stunning Blow is at least in the right and proper position. Alright. There we go. Right order, so I don't get so confused so much. Unlock Strongbox, I don't think that requires a key.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
I'm going to actually continue with this dungeon without even camping at this moment. Ooh, I'm not really sure what I need to do with this. Item had no effect. Then we're just gonna look at him. Lethargic. -4 speed. We'll get rid of that in town, because that is bad. That's unfortunate. 25 damage, however, for the big guy. There's a good chance that we will cause a little bit of problem. Harvest actually would be nice for the bleed, but it will be too much of an spread damage. That is unfortunate, certainly because we all get a debuff. Some slice and dice here. But I am not perturbed. Yo. That's awesome. Because that will make him only be able to do rushed shot. There we go.
Does not dissuade the sharpened
And you will die to bleed, so...
Impressive.
And this is a crit. And we're just gonna... Oh! Yes, stress! Get rid of it! No! I don't know how much it was, but it must have been extremely low. By all means, let us take the busts with us, as well as the gold. This is a must. Light this right away.
May we find victory.
I don't know if this barrel can give me actually good stuff, so I'm actually going to leave the gold behind here. Crazy enough as it is. Because I don't know if this only gives food or if it also gives... Oh, there's a damage buff. I just used that. That was a silly thing. Never you mind. That was dumb. Because now we won't have the buff. Actually, we will, because we can just camp in here. Mwahaha. Actually, we won't even need to have... Well, we'll do this fight. We will definitely do this fight. Yeah, just continue, actually. I'm quite okay with... We don't have 75% chance, light, but it's fine. Lasting effect, and what is it? A natural eye. I like it. Because if I'm correct... Natural eye ranged. This is melee. Oh, this is all melee. Oh, no, that's true. We also had that with the other... We had that with Kiddo. Whoops. By the way, you think I was going to walk over this trap, right? 80%, 90%, and you have a little bit of stress. Take it. There we go. The last fight in this... They're still surprised despite the low light. That will probably mean they're dead. Oh. Unfortunate. Harvest. We'll get a kill, we'll get a bleed, we'll get 2 bleeds. Awesome. And stun you. And we will stun you. Now with a stunning blow in the right position. Here, now I'm not making these mistakes. I am so used, and from the other Crusader also, that they are in certain positions that when it gets shoveled around, I apparently totally got confused about it. There you go, kill you as well. And you don't have a stress attack, so unless you crit, we should be hunky-dory. Butcher's cut. Not a problem. The bleed is completely insignificant. And despite the fact that the man with no name hasn't done a darn thing, he is scary as hell. Does that remind you of something? Get rid of the corpse. Oh, this feels good to have at least some Darkest Dungeon runs again and haven't gone completely out to the flat, because after that total party wipe and then Coulson dying after that as well, it was just devastating.
This expedition at least promises success.
250 gold is more worth than 2 keys. And that is the entire dungeon done, but we still have a camp. Because you don't get any money back for this. So, I think you heroes deserve it.
A chance to steel oneself against
There you go.
conquerors.
And we now can more or less make sure that we get a battle. So we are not going to do bandit sense. Actually, Turgon doesn't have that. Well, all the more fun. So no, not Zealous Vigil, because that prevents the nighttime ambush. Self only, minus 25% stress. No. Accuracy and crit damage? This is how we do it. All companions. You know, if he cannot stress heal everything, let's have a little bit of it less of it then, huh? And I guess this is how we do it. And just for the heck of it, let's get rid of your bleed. There you go. Nighttime ambush? No, unfortunate. Oh well. There was a chance for greatness there.
Their confidence is shaken.
Actually, I should perhaps not have eaten all that food, because I would have gotten a little bit more money back, but yeah. These guys earned it. 10,000 gold, not a lot, but we did get quite a few random heirlooms, but unfortunately, as always, I am just filled with crests. And of course, we escaped that Fear of the Unholy. How did you get Fear of the Unholy within the warrants? We didn't even face any unholy creature. Well, you know.
We dug for months, years, an eternity. And we were rewarded with madness.
Yes, well, great peril yields great beauty. This case in beautiful madness. Let's get rid of lethargic, because that's just a no-no. And you got tapeworm. We have the money, let's just get rid of it. Also because it's only 650 gold. Yeah, sure. Both of you. And I do want to use somebody else. Please, please, for the love of everything that is unholy. And I do say unholy on purpose. Vestal and Hellion. I'll say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.